This presentation is an intervention study created for marketing of social causes at the University of the Sunshine Coast, prepared by Tamara Phillips. The study will focus on recruiting first-time blood donors, targeting University of the Sunshine Coast students aged 18 to 25 who have not donated blood before. The intervention will help broaden their knowledge of the positive impacts blood donation can give and encourage the intended market to start and continue the intended behavior, that is, blood donation. The target market is University of the Sunshine Coast students aged 18 to 25 who have not donated blood before. The theoretical framework chosen is theory of planned behavior, which is used to predict behavioral change. Intervention will be held at USC on both orientation days, one at the start of the year and the second being the middle of the year. Guest speaker and ambassador will speak to students and give knowledge about blood donation. Follow-up surveys and emails will be given to students after 24 weeks. Blood donation is a voluntary act that can save up to 3 lives. Blood donations last 42 days before it expires, which results in more blood donations needed. Furthermore, after donating blood, donors must wait 12 weeks before donating again. Without blood donations, many lives would be at risk of not being saved due to blood loss during surgery or other medical reasons. Blood donations can be used for a vast number of medical treatments that are listed in Table 1 on the next slide, with percentages showing how much blood donations are used for various treatments. Please pause the slide to view this table. Everyone has one of 8 main blood types, A, B, AB, and O, either positive or negative. Blood types are important in relation to blood transfusion, as it is advised that it is best to use the same blood type. However, if there is no available blood type specific to the person, other blood types can be given if they are compatible to the person's blood type. The suggested behavior change is for first-time donors to continue the desired behavior, that is, blood donation. Every 12 weeks would assist individuals to continue the positive behavior. Using the theoretical framework, theory of planned behavior, we predict the outcome of the intended market's behavioral change. First, we want to change the target market's attitude towards blood donation into a positive attitude. Second is subjective norms. We want them to believe that donating blood is a normal or acceptable in their individual social environment. Lastly, perceived behavioral control. If they believe they can perform the behavior, they will have the intention to donate blood, which can lead to the intended behavior, that is, blood donation. If attitudes, social norms, and perceived control toward the behavior are positive, it is more likely that the individual will perform the behavior. Barriers to blood donation were found in previous studies. Table 2 gives a list of USC's 18 to 25-year-old students' barriers to donate blood. The benefits of not donating blood are that they don't get pre-donation anxiety, they don't have a fear of needles or feeling unwell. Through the intervention plan, we will eliminate as many barriers as possible. The potential strategies are reducing pre-donation anxiety, the second is emotional connection, and the third is social environment. The chosen strategy for the intervention is reducing pre-donation anxiety. However, aspects of the other strategies will be utilized. The intervention will help university students understand the process of donating blood for the first time and assist in understanding the who, what, why, and how of blood donation. The intervention will encourage and overcome barriers. It will go over 2 years. An ambassador and guest speaker will talk at the University of the Sunshine Coast on orientation for both the start and middle of the year. The speakers will talk and give information for 30 minutes. The guest speaker will talk about a personal experience when they or a family member needed blood, and they will talk to the students about the importance of blood donation. After this, 10 minutes will be given for a Q&A, question and answers. A mobile blood unit will be present on campus handing out coping brochures and a questionnaire for students to fill out that can determine if they can donate blood. A mascot in a cartoon-looking blood drop will also be present handing out stress balls shaped as a blood drop to those who donated blood. Throughout the 12 weeks after orientation, students who signed up to donate blood or who donated blood that day will receive emails closer to the date when they can donate blood again. The emails will encourage the students to bring a friend along, and they can be in the running to win a movie gift card. Depending on how many students had signed up to donate blood on orientation day, depends on how many gift cards would be available for students to win. The intervention aims are reducing pre-donation anxiety, increasing positive attitudes, subjective norms, and perceived behavioral control. Furthermore, giving knowledge about blood donation by covering the who, what, where, and why, and how. The potential partners and stakeholders are Queensland Government, Australian Government Department of Health, Australian Red Cross, and the Heart Foundation. These will show the importance of blood donation and will help fund any necessary costs to the intervention. The core product is the main benefits for the consumer. The main benefits for the market are help save someone's life and feeling good. The actual product is how will the consumer achieve the desired behavior. They will continue the desired behavior that is blood donation. This will be done by communication and a follow-up session 24 weeks after orientation week at USC. The augmented product is the tangible objects and services. These are email, advertisements on social media, an app that you can look at your health history and book appointments and have easy access to information about blood donation, and a follow-up in 24 weeks. The monetary costs are running the mobile blood collection unit and supplying necessary equipment for blood donation. The non-monetary costs are time and effort to donate blood, fear of needles, blood, and pre-donation anxiety. Furthermore, discomfort with needle in the arm. The University of the Sunshine Coast will be the main place the intervention will take place. The Mobile Blood Collection Unit will be located on the grass at University of the Sunshine Coast. This gives students easy access and do not have to go and find the MCU. As students will already be at the uni, it gives them a great opportunity to donate blood and with their friends. The message we want to communicate is that donating blood is easy and is a positive behavior. You don't have to donate blood alone. You can donate blood with your friends, or you can just have them for support. When you donate blood, you are saving lives. So the more donations that can be made, the more lives can be saved. The messengers are the University of the Sunshine Coast by emailing first year students before orientation week and Blackboard announcements. Social media such as Facebook and Instagram is a great way to communicate to this target market. The Australian Red Cross blood donation can also use these medias to address the message. This is a mock-up of a media plan timeline. It shows when the social media will be used to promote the intervention. It will show you when posters will be posted at the university. Emails and Blackboard will be sent out to students at the same time. It shows when the speakers will be at the university, which will be on orientation week. It will also show you the time when the MCU will be at the university. Also, it shows when the post surveys will be emailed to the students. This intervention goes over 2 years. At the moment, it shows that the second year will be the same as the first. However, when emails and surveys show that perhaps there needs to be more social media promotion or more emails need to be sent out, then the second year will be slightly different to the first year. There are 2 creative strategies that have been created into mock-ups. The first is a poster that will be present at USC before orientation week. Ideally, this poster will also be viewed on emails that will be sent to first year students before orientation. The second is a coping brochure that will be handed out to students on orientation. This is a sample mock-up poster that will be advertised at USC and be sent via email to first year students before orientation. The poster will be vibrant and won't have much text. It will have the date of when orientation is and the time the ambassador and guest speaker will start the presentation. The poster will also encourage to bring a friend along to donate. Furthermore, it will state that the mobile blood collection unit will be in use for students to donate. The second creative strategy is a coping brochure. This is a sample of a mock-up of a brochure that can be used. It gives information about the process of entering and waiting in the waiting room, what you should do in the waiting room. So drink lots of water, have some food, what you can do while you're donating blood, and it will give some strategies about coping with pre-donation anxiety, what you can do before and while and after you have donated blood. The evaluation strategy is to use observation. For example, how many students were present during the speakers? How many of those students donated blood at the MCU? How many people filled out the questionnaire but did not donate? Post-survey will be emailed to students after orientation, and a follow-up survey will be also emailed to students after 24 weeks. This gives students time to donate blood a second time. The ethical considerations and potential unintended consequences are that students may feel uncomfortable seeing someone in a blood drop costume, which this may turn people away. Students may have personally been in a similar situation to the guest speaker, where they had a family member or had themselves been needing a blood transfusion. This may be uneasy for the person to hear. So rather than having the speakers speak out in the open, maybe have it in a lecture room so people can choose themselves if they want to listen. Students may feel uncomfortable donating in a mobile collection unit. They may prefer going to a blood donation center, so perhaps maybe the next day have a taxi that could take them to and from uni so they could go and donate blood if they choose. The target market is 18 to 25 male and female University of the Sunshine Coast students who are in their first year, also who have never donated blood before. Blood donation is important as it saves up to 3 lives each donation. More donations are needed due to the vast number of medical treatments. Theory of planned behavior was used to predict the outcome of the desired behavior. Barriers were eliminated and the intervention plan was explained. We looked at the product and monetary and non-monetary costs. A mock-up, creative strategies were evaluated and ethical considerations were made.